What party do you belong to, Bender?
Hey, I'm not allowed to vote.
'Cause you're a robot?
No, convicted felon.
So first we should be clear, it is a myth, it is a lie, it is a ding-dang lie, right? It is as untrue as it is possible for something to be untrue. We have decentralized elections in the United States, which means every state gets to do its own thing. Voter suppression takes a lot of different forms. We oftentimes think of it in these very cinematic terms. We think of police dogs and fire hydrants and sheriffs sort of stopping people from getting in line in the 1960s. And all of that is certainly a form of voter suppression. Voter suppression is anything we do that we know discourages people who are eligible from participating. Voter suppression in this country is a story as old as the country itself. At every step of the way, every little bit that we go further and expand access, there's somebody standing on the other side trying to chip away at that and undo it.
Look at systems like the criminal legal system. Look at the demographics that affects. And now they don't get to vote.
So the law in Kansas is different than it is in some other states. There are some states where you're permanently disenfranchised. Those states are largely in the South. And so what we have instead is a law that says, while you are on paper, that is, while you are serving your sentence, while you are on probation or parole, you are not eligible to vote at that time. But the second you are off paper, you are eligible to vote again. You're eligible to register again. You have to go and actively register, right? It is not the case that if you were registered before and lost the right to vote because of a felony conviction that you're automatically back on. What the right to vote is about is a marker of citizenship. It's a marker of who matters. It is a symbol of who counts, who is included in our community, and who we are casting out of it. I believe that America is strongest, that Kansas is strongest, when the most people participate and the most people matter.
I had legal issues resulting from substance abuse, mental health issues, ended up being incarcerated and becoming a felon. I couldn't vote. It was a huge piece of my life that was gone. By the time 2016 came along, I did get my right to vote restored. I didn't think I could ever vote again as a convicted felon.
There's no question that there are tens and tens and tens of thousands of folks who are eligible and don't know it. So long as we have a system of mass incarceration in this country and in this state where more people are going to prison, this number is going to get larger and larger. And that is a big difference in a state like Kansas, whose population is less than 3 million people, and where major statewide elections are often decided by 20,000 votes or less.
It's my opinion that as a condition of release after your sentence is completely done, that ought to be a part of the paperwork is a voter registration. You may now vote.
The number one problem on rights restoration in Kansas right now is just straight up misinformation, folks just not knowing. And that's a place where community programming and having good information circulating in the community from trusted voices. We should not chalk up the lack of registration among returning citizens or anyone else to apathy. We should instead chalk it up to that we have a jacked up system that stops people who want to participate from doing so.
It's a fantastic thing if you show up, you register, you show up, you vote. That's huge, especially if you've never done it. And if you're a convicted felon, there are lots of places you can check.
So we call a lot of this work unheard voices because those are voices that can be heard, that should be heard, that must be heard, but right now are not because of misinformation about voting rights here in Kansas.
And there's hope. There is always. Yeah. Just give people a voice.